A rock star who has supported the likes of U2 and Status Quo has now been given the all-clear following that NHS cancer trial. Frontman of Welsh band The Alarm, Mike Peters, is now in remission from aggressive cancer thanks to the experimental therapy. He was forced to cancel the band's U.S. tour earlier this year after being diagnosed with fast-growing lymphoma. Mike, 65, has now been given the all-clear thanks to the trial at the Christie NHS Foundation Trust in Manchester. The musician was first diagnosed with chronic lymphocytic leukemia, CLL, more than 29 years ago, aged 36. He had numerous drug treatments and rounds of chemotherapy. Mike thought his cancer was being held in check, but 5 days before he was due to fly out to Chicago, he found a lump in his neck. He was due to take part in a 50-date U.S. tour, but doctors realized Mike may have developed Richter's syndrome. According to Leukemia Care, Richter's syndrome, the development of an aggressive lymphoma in patients with chronic lymphocytic leukemia, CLL. I was getting up at 6 a.m. to take my boys to Wembley to watch Manchester United in the Cup, and I shaved. And there was a big lump in my neck, he told PA News Agency. I didn't think too much of it. I thought, oh, it'll pass. But as luck would have it, I'd arranged to meet my doctor the next day because I was going to America on the Saturday. He added, I walked into the consultation and I'd given blood, and the doctor said, Mike, your blood count is absolutely plumb normal. Is there anything you need to tell me? Anything changed? I said, well, I've got this big lump in my neck. And he examined it, and his face went white. And by 3 p.m. that afternoon, I was having an emergency biopsy. Mike is married to wife Jules, 57, and has 2 sons, Dylan, 20, and Evan, 17. The family faced an agonizing wait for the results. He said, we couldn't cancel an American tour if I was just being given antibiotics. So we had a bit of tap dancing. It was quite a stressful situation. We had tour buses in place and flights. Very stressful. It was then confirmed Mike had Richter's syndrome and would need to cancel the tour so he could have immediate treatment. Devastatingly, he was told he only had a couple months to live. Mike explained, so at that point I realized the seriousness of the situation, and I knew how to put my health first and the family. Music and business came second at that point. The dad of 2 was referred to the Christie for specialist care, where he agreed to take part in a randomized phase E clinical trial. It investigated the combination of a targeted therapy called acalabrutinib with standard chemotherapy. Luckily, the treatment worked, and a recent scan showed Mike is now in remission. Doctors are now hoping to find a suitable donor so he can undergo a stem cell transplant, which should stop the leukemia taking hold again. Mike said, it's amazing, especially when you go on the internet to look at other cases of Richter's syndrome, which is not many, and you read that some people aren't fortunate enough to get into remission, so can't proceed with other treatments. Having complete remission thanks to this trial has been incredible. I now need to find the right match for the stem cell transplant, and if it's successful, and with the incredible help of the team at the Christie, endeavor to find a way to be cured once and for all. His wife, Jules, has also recovered from breast cancer, having been diagnosed 8 years ago.